let you know all of them tears gon' come and go. Baby, just gotta make up your mind that every little thing's gonna be alright.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a Q&A and this is the first part. I put out a video about a week ago now asking you guys for some questions for a Q&A because I feel like I've not done a Q&A in ages. And now I'm like returning with these chatty videos and everything. I thought it'd be really nice to start off with a Q&A, and I got so many questions. I got so much more than I ever anticipated and so much more than I expected, and you guys know how much I love to ramble on, so I'm having to split this Q&A into 3 parts. So this is part 1. And then Wednesday is going to be part 2, and that's going to be the questions that I have from Instagram, and then on Friday is going to be part 3, so it's going to be the questions like continued on from YouTube basically. So if you asked a question and it's not featured in this video, then check out Wednesday's and Friday's video and I'm sure that it will be there. I have like screenshotted everyone's questions, I've not left anyone out, so if you've left like a YouTube comment or anything and I haven't read it out, it's maybe because YouTube does this thing where it tells me that I have a comment and then I go and look at that comment and the comment isn't there, and like it's really weird. So yeah, but if it's not in today's video, check out Wednesday's and Friday's video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Zoe, welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button because I'm like I think the last time I checked I was like 7 people away from 1,400 subscribers, and that is like my next goal, and then my next kind of milestone is like 1,500, even though I feel like I'm never going to get there, but we can try. So if you want to help me get there, then hit the subscribe button, and if you want to just join my little family, my little hashtag onion ring crew, then hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for all of your questions. I was honestly so blown away at the amount of questions that I received in quite a short amount of time as well. I thought I was gonna have to leave the video up for at least like 2 weeks to get some questions. But you guys absolutely smashed it, and you guys asked some really good questions as well. Okay, so the first question is from my best friend Kaya. Hi Kaya, I miss you and love you so much. I'll link her channel down below because she has an amazing YouTube channel and it's always on the end card anyway, but go and check her out because she is, I live for that woman, like she is amazing. And she asks, what would your dream theme park challenge be to do if you had all the money in the world and could go anywhere with whoever you like? This was actually one of my favourite questions. Like, that is such a good question. You know what, I'd really love to do like an overnight challenge. I'd love to go to like Alton Towers or Blackpool Pleasure Beach and just try and stay like overnight without getting caught. I would never do this, and I wouldn't do it without permission because I'm too scared to go to prison. I can't afford to get a fine. Like, I'm too scared of getting into trouble, and I'd probably also get banned from the parks as well, and obviously I don't want that to happen. I don't want to do that. So yeah, but that would be like an insane challenge to do, and I haven't seen anyone else do it, and I mean, if they have done it, they've done it like without permission, and it's just stupid. So yeah, but if I actually had permission from like the owners of Alton Towers or like Pleasure Beach or wherever, then like I would happily do it and try and hide from like security guards and everything and get like a midnight picnic going on. Like, oh my god, it would be so much fun. I think Alton Towers would be the best place to do it because it is so big, but I guess because it's bigger they might have more night guards around, so I don't know. I don't know, but I'd love to try it anyways, because like, just imagine staying in a theme park like overnight, and it would be really creepy as well because like none of the lights would be on. I'd have to find my own way around. Like, oh my god, it would be so much fun. If I had all the money in the world, I would still choose to do it at like Alton Towers or something, because if I'm like gonna go abroad, I'd want to make the most of that theme park abroad, and because like I've never been abroad before or anything, it would kind of be a challenge in itself just going abroad. So I think I would still do it at Alton Towers, and then I would just do it with like all of my favourite people. I would gather all of my favourite people with me, obviously if they wanted to do it, including you, Kaya, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, just obviously just have like a group of us do it, and it would be so much fun. But I would never do it without permission. I'll be way too scared. But if I had permission, then I would definitely do it, but I don't know how to go around getting that permission, and I don't think they'd let me anyway, but I would love to do that challenge. One thing to point out is I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so if I pronounce any of these names wrong, I am so sorry. But the next question is from SB Mars, I think that's how you say it. And they ask, we all know you're a fan of theme parks, but what's your opinion on water parks? I find water parks really scary. I've never actually been to a water park, I don't think. I probably did when I was like 4 years old, but I can't remember it. So like, in my eyes, I've never been to a water park, but I've seen like videos, I've seen POVs of water slides and everything, and they just look really scary. And like, I'm just kind of scared of water. Like, I'm scared of drowning. I'm scared of getting water like up my nose. I'm scared of getting it in my eyes. I'm scared of going underwater. And I think one thing that terrifies me is like, when you come out of some water slides, you land straight in the pool and you kind of have no control. And that is kind of what scares me. That's actually like one of my biggest fears in life, is like just having no control over like what you're doing. I think that's why I don't really like alcohol, because I don't want to get too drunk that I'm like out of control. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, that's like a completely different topic. Yeah, like I think they're good, and like they're a good attraction, especially like in the summer. It can be really refreshing, I believe. But I don't know, they've just never really attracted me. I would really like to go to one. I want to go to Sandcastle in Blackpool, and then I want to go to the Alton Towers one as well. But I'm just really scared, but I do want to do it. And if I had like my friends with me and everything, and like they could encourage me and support me and whatever, then like I would happily do it. And I also kind of don't feel that confident walking around in like a swimming costume, because like I don't have the best body in the world, so I don't know. But yeah, I think they're really good, and they're a good addition to kind of go alongside theme parks. But if I had to pick, I would pick theme parks over water parks. But I really do want to go and try one, so maybe next year we can go, COVID permitting, obviously. The next question is from Theme Park Awesome, and they ask, which theme park are you most looking forward to visiting in 2021? And I would honestly, I know this answer is so boring, but honestly just Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or just Blackpool in general, because when I went in October I didn't realise that that was going to be my final trip there, and it makes me so sad. And we were meant to go for Halloween for the late night riding, but they were put into tier 3, and I was meant to go with Kaya, but obviously she didn't want to go because it was put into tier 3. So we ended up going to Alton Towers instead, which was still amazing. But yeah, it just meant that the trip I had in October was my last trip, and I didn't even know at the time, and it just makes me so sad that I can't get back there until next year, because the winter weekends have also been cancelled. So yeah, it is a true shame, and I miss it so much. Blackpool is my favourite place on the planet. It's my favourite place in the world. I love Pleasure Beach so much, and I haven't been as much as I would have liked this year. So I'm super excited to get back next year, and hopefully I can go a lot more than I did this year. But yeah, honestly, like the one park I just want to get back to like immediately is Pleasure Beach, so that is the one that I'm most looking forward to. Sean Duffy asks, what's your favourite fun fair ride? I don't know, because I don't really go to fun fairs that often. I would love to go to fun fairs like all the time, because I have a GoPro, so like I can film on the rides and like everything. But there hasn't really been many this year like near Derby or whatever, because I can't like drive or anything. So if there's a fun fair on, it needs to be close to Derby so I can get there. The only one I've been to this year is Nottingham, and it was the Mellors Group events one. I did do a vlog, so it's not the best vlog in the world, but if you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. And my favourite ride there, and probably like a ride that has really stood out to me, is their swing ride that they have. I can't remember what it's called, and it's the most frustrating thing ever. Wait, I might have a photo of it actually. So it's called Wave Swinger, and I'm not sure like who manufactured it or like anything. I just know that it was part of the Mellors Group event that they had over the summer in Nottingham, and that ride is stunning. The actual ride itself wasn't as thrilling as I thought it was going to be, and it didn't go as high as it looks off-ride, but it was still an incredible ride, and it's just the machine, like it is stunning. Like it's honestly so beautiful, and I was so sad when I had to say goodbye to it because I don't know when I'm going to see that machine again, and I don't know like whereabouts it travels to or like anything. So yeah, but I would have loved to have seen that machine in the dark because the lights on it were incredible, and oh my god, it was so beautiful. So I'll probably say that one is my favourite. I do love Miami Waves. I love Miami Waves so much. My least favourites are waltzers. I hate waltzers. I did my first waltzer on South Pier a few months ago, and I hated it, so I'm never going on a waltzer ever again. I love star flyers as well. Like I haven't been on one in like 3 years, but honestly I love them so much, and hopefully I can get on one like next year. I know that Fantasy Island have one, so hopefully I can get back to Fantasy Island next year and I can go on their star flyer if they still have it next year. But yeah, I'll probably say Wave Swinger at Nottingham, then Miami Waves, then star flyers. Daz and Lizzie asks, do you want to work for a bigger park, i.e. Alton Towers or Thorpe? Do you enjoy working for a smaller family park? I really do. I love working at Gulliver's Kingdom. If you guys don't know, I am a ride operator at Gulliver's Kingdom, and Gulliver's Kingdom is a small, well, I wouldn't exactly say like small because it is quite a big park, but you know, it's a family children's park, so it's not like on the scale of Alton Towers or like Thorpe Park or anything like that. It is completely different. But yeah, I'm really happy working there at the moment, and I love my job so much. And I mean, I don't work there anymore because it's close season, but hopefully I'll get asked to go back next year. And yeah, I really love my job, and I'm really happy just staying there at the moment. I have thought about working at like Alton Towers and whatever, but transport is my issue because I don't drive, and there isn't many public transport options from Derby to Alton Towers, and it would mean I'm spending like all of my money on public transport all the time, when I'd rather just spend it on like driving lessons or theme parks or whatever. So until I can drive, I'm happy staying at Gulliver's. I also really want to like progress at Gulliver's as well, because I would love to be like premium operator one day. Then I'd like to work my way up to being like a ride supervisor, and then in the end I want to become a rides manager. But whether I want to do that at Gulliver's, like, I don't know. I think I do, but it's kind of hard to progress because all of the management roles are kind of like filled up, so there isn't space for anyone new. So yeah, but I don't know, I feel like I'm not very capable of being a manager. So I also work with Kaya, who is my best friend, at Gulliver's as well, so like we work in the same place. Like, how insane is that? And yeah, I really love working with her, and I love the people that I work with as well. Like, I love my management team so much, and I love all of my work colleagues, and like it's just a really nice family vibe to it. And because we are quite a small team and we are quite a small park, like, you know, there is a nice family feel to it. And I don't know whether that would be the same at like Alton Towers and whatever. So yeah, I'm happy staying at Gulliver's for now, but maybe in a few years I'll progress and go up to the bigger parks. We'll we'll just have to see what happens. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. The next question is from Gypsy Minto, I think I'm saying that right. And they ask, my question has two parts. Do you like the Pleasure Beach? If so, which one do you prefer, Big One or Icon? So like I said earlier, I love Pleasure Beach so much. It's my happy place, it's my home, it's my escape. I can't put into words how much I love Pleasure Beach. And I prefer the Big One. The Big One is my favourite roller coaster. It always will be. It just holds that very special place in my heart, and I miss it so much. I'm gonna like, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying because I miss it so much. It's honestly got to the point where like I can't watch a video or like just even look at photos of Pleasure Beach without wanting to cry. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, I'm having withdrawal symptoms so bad. But yeah, I miss Pleasure Beach so much, and I prefer the Big One. I do love Icon as well. That is like a very close second to the Big One, but I'll always love the Big One. I'll always prefer it over Icon, and it just holds a very special place in my heart, which is a very unpopular opinion, but it's just what I like. So the next question is from Alice McKenna, and she says, if you had to pick one roller coaster from another country, which would you choose to ride and why? I would love to go and ride at Taron at Phantasialand. The amount of hype that has is insane, so I really want to go on that, and I'd love to see how it like compares to Icon, because apparently Taron is like a lot faster, and a lot of people prefer Taron, so I really want to go and ride that. I would love to go and ride Magnum XL at Cedar Point, because that is like the Big One's, I always get this mixed up, is it the Big One's big sister or little sister? I think it's big sister, I think, but that is basically where the Big One got its inspiration from. So I would love to go and ride that and see how it compares to the Big One, and see like again just which one I prefer. I would probably still prefer the Big One because I just love it so much, and it's just because like it holds that like, it has that sentimental value to it, because like it was my first ever kind of big roller coaster. I visited Pleasure Beach for the very first time on the Big One's birthday, and I didn't even know at the time. So yeah, I don't know, it just holds that like special meaning to it. But yeah, Taron, Magnum XL. Another question from Theme Park Awesome. They ask, do you have any plans to visit any theme park Christmas events this December? I really want to go to Drayton Manor's Magical Christmas, because I have fallen in love with Drayton Manor this year. I visited Drayton Manor this year for the first time in like 5 years, and I honestly have just fallen in love with that place. And I've wanted to do their Christmas event for the longest time. I was gonna go last year, then I ended up being ill, so I couldn't go. So I'm really hoping that if they are able to go ahead with it, and they are like, you know, allowed to do it and whatever, and it does go ahead, I really want to go. And it just looks incredible. Like, it looks so magical, it looks so festive. I love Christmas so much, and like I'm such a festive person. I really want to do the Alton Towers one, but it's so expensive because like you have to stay in the hotel, which I would love to do, and like I've wanted to stay in the hotel for the longest time, but it's like £200, and that's like with Merlin discount. Like, it's so expensive, like I really can't afford that. So yeah, but I would love to do that one day, maybe next year. Like, if I save up or something, I could do it. Arctic Gaming asks, I think I've said that right, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. They ask, favourite ride of all time? The Big One at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I've explained why, but like, I don't think my opinion will ever change. I think it will always be the Big One, and I'm happy with that, you know. I'm okay with that. Theme Park Kieran asks, do you plan to visit any abroad parks in the near future, COVID permitting, and would you ride the Ultimate at Lightwater Valley? I would love to go and ride the Ultimate at Lightwater Valley because I need the cred. To be honest, I wouldn't really be looking forward to it because I've heard really bad things about it, and I've heard the fact that it's like really rough and it's not enjoyable, but I just want to go get the credit, and I really hope that I can visit Lightwater Valley next year and Flamingo Land. And any abroad parks, like I would love to, but I need a passport first because my passport has run out and I need money because going abroad can be expensive. But I would love to go to Energylandia in Poland. I'd love to go to Phantasialand in Germany. Whether that will happen in the near future, I don't know. Like I did want to go abroad this year. Like I was going to get a passport and I was going to actually look into going somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I was going to look into it, but COVID happened, so it means that like I was out of a job for like, you know, 5 months and I didn't have any money coming in. I didn't have a passport, like I couldn't do anything. So it meant that, you know, I couldn't go abroad this year, but hopefully next year if I can find people to go with and if I can afford it and if I can get a passport and COVID permitting, then I would love to go abroad next year. So hopefully, fingers crossed I can, but like I need to save for driving lessons. Like I really want to put driving as a priority next year because I'm so desperate to drive and just have my own car and like have my own freedom. I'm really gonna struggle saying this name. I think it's Serendipity, I think. I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. They ask, do you plan to visit Thorpe Park? If so, what ride are you most looking forward to? I was going to go to Thorpe Park this year, but COVID said no and my bank account said no. So hopefully I will go next year, and like now I have my Merlin pass and everything, it's going to be a lot easier for me to go. So hopefully I can go next year. The ride I'm most looking forward to is the Swarm. Like the Swarm looks so good, and like I've never done like a wing coaster before. I'm also most looking forward to doing Nemesis Inferno as well because I want to see whether I prefer Nemesis or Nemesis Inferno because I hate Nemesis or On Towers so much. It's the worst coaster I've ever been on. I hate it with a passion. Like it's terrible. Like I hate it. So I really want to go on Nemesis Inferno and see whether I hate it as much as Nemesis or whether I prefer it or whether it's just a B&M invert thing, like I don't know. So yeah, but the one I'm most looking forward to is the Swarm. Okay, the final question for this part of the Q&A comes from Jakey Perry, and they ask, what do you think is the safest fun fairs or theme parks, and explain why? So this is a really weird question because all fun fairs and all theme parks are safe. Like they're not dangerous at all. I know a lot of people think that fun fairs are dangerous because it just seems like they're rides plonked down on like some grass and like that's it, but honestly go and watch Slothy Vlogs. I'll link his channel down below because number one, he's amazing. Number two, he does videos of like fun fairs being set up and everything, and like you can see behind the scenes and you can see all of the hard work that goes into it, you can see all the effort that goes into it, you can see all the safety checks that go into it. Like so much more goes into fun fairs than people would originally assume. And watching his videos has honestly brought like a new light on fun fairs for me, and I'm so glad that I discovered his videos this year. So yeah, go and check out those videos because I'll link one of them down below just so you know what sort of video it is. But you can see all of the hard work that the showmen put into it. You can see all the hard work that all the staff put into it, and like fun fair staff, they honestly just want you to have a good time, and like they are honestly, they can be better than some theme park staff. Like fun fairs are like so much fun, and it's kind of in the title, fun fairs. Like it's very rare that an accident will happen at a fun fair, and honestly, when was the last time that we had an accident in the UK like at a fun fair or even at a theme park? So honestly, like fun fairs aren't dangerous and they are there for you to have fun. And also theme parks aren't dangerous as well. Like working in a theme park myself, I know how much time and effort, and I know like all of the safety checks that go into everything. I know all the paperwork that's involved. Like, you know, I work on a zip wire at Gulliver's Kingdom, and the amount of safety checks that I have to do in the morning is like crazy. And then like I get maintenance coming down and like I'm talking to them and I see them do their checks and everything. It's honestly, it's checked like 50 times before we can open the ride, and I'm sure it's like that everywhere else. Like rides wouldn't be open if they weren't safe, they wouldn't be allowed to open, and like there's actually like statistics that show it's more dangerous driving to a theme park than it is going on like a roller coaster. And I know that people will like think of the Smiler incident, and they'll think of like the Drayton Manor incident and whatever, and they'll be like, oh my god, like that ride is so dangerous, or that theme park is so dangerous, I'm never going ever again. But like the Smiler incident happened 5 years ago, and because of that incident, the Smiler and like I think any other sort of ride out on towers and just anywhere really, like they are more safe now than ever, and like they have more cameras, they have more safety protocols, all of the ride operators are aware that that happens, so like they're more kind of aware, so it's not going to happen again. And then same like with Drayton Manor, like it was the girl's fault, like she shouldn't have stood up. Like I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy, like she shouldn't have stood up, and it's not Drayton Manor's fault because they have signs everywhere saying don't stand up, and like the staff even tell you before you go on the ride to not stand up, and it's so frustrating because Drayton Manor like are getting the blame for it, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. But yeah, honestly, just all theme parks are safe, all fun fairs are safe, and just yeah, like they're not dangerous. They wouldn't be open if they were dangerous, and a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of paperwork goes into just running these rides and making sure that they are safe. So hopefully that's put your mind at ease, but they are completely safe. Nothing like annoys me more than when people say that theme parks and like fun fairs aren't safe. Like it honestly annoys me so much. So there we go, those were all of the questions for part 1 of this Q&A. Like I said earlier, if your question wasn't asked in this video, then check out Wednesday's or Friday's video, depending like where you asked it, because I'm continuing with the YouTube comments on Friday, and then on Wednesday is going to be the Instagram questions. Thank you guys so much for all of your questions. I still just can't believe how many questions I got, and like I've never had this many questions before, and I'm just so like blown away. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Check out all of the links in the description box, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for part 2 of this Q&A. Bye!
Ain't nobody like me.